Welcome back to the Blackbird Podcast, you sizzling sausages. You enjoying the heat? My God, today was a sizzler of a day. I hope you're taking full advantage of this brief mini summer that we're getting in spring. Spring? Yeah. It's very nice. Although it's kind of when it comes all of a sudden. I mean, I'm just standing around pillars just trying to fucking go up, and the sun beating down on you and you're just sizzling. But it's not to be complained about. It's absolutely lovely. So I hope you're all enjoying that, crackers. I hope you're having a good time in the sun. And what did I see? It's all over the place. So you probably know what I'm talking about. The dire wolf. Did you see that? They brought back these dire wolves from, is it 13,000 years ago or something? I saw a clip from the guy that was on the Joe Rogan podcast. I think he started the company. As he said, his job is to get all these other people who are way smarter than him to do their job. And their job seems to be bringing back dead people or dead animals. This is a private company. I thought there was some kind of international law stopping such medical, fuckery. But they look cool. It has to be said, they look very cool. Their names escape me. There's one called Romulus. That's a dodgy name, I think. Romulus. Is that a Star Trek baddie or something? But it's I forget his brother's name. And then there's they've three. They have a girl and two boys, and as I was watching was it the Time magazine? We're doing a clip on them. It seemed like the start of a fairly bad movie that's coming to be real. You know what I mean? People in the start of the movie, you see it up on the big screen. They're all watching the news on the TV, and there's some journalist asking these scientists these questions. Oh no, the dinosaurs they're not dangerous at all. They'll be fine. Jesus, it's only a show. And then the dinosaurs start fucking eating people and wrecking the gaff. It's kind of like that, but with a wolf, a dire wolf. I mean, wolves in general are fantastic. I love looking at wolves. They're awesome. I actually saw a wolf. I'm sure it was a wolf. I mean, if it was a wolf. I think it was the first time I was in Prague. Myself and Lucy went up to typical tourist shit, like. Went up to the palace. And there's this massive courtyard. Massive. And there's this little guy, a stocky little man, walking this fucking wolf on a leash. I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm like, I have to take a double take. It had that wolf walk, they've got this, it's a wolf, like, the wolf head, and then it started making some weird noise that can only be made by a wolf. So I'm telling you, this was a wolf. Not a wolf dog, but an actual wolf. And it was a big, tall fucking thing. And I'm looking at this guy walking, like, with his sunglasses on, and he's like, I'm in control. No, you're not. You're fucking not. He must have had that animal drugged or something. Because I'm thinking, if that wolf wants to, that lead is going to do nothing. You're fucked. You're getting chewed. So they're bringing these wolves back. I don't know what the point of it was. They explained it, but it made no sense to me. 3 wolves are going to affect an ecosystem, but then they said no, they're going to stay on this enclosed 20,000 acre fucking facility. So that's kind of what I was looking at earlier this week, and I was thinking, how the fuck are they getting away? This is a private company. So if this is a private company and they're getting away with, like, oh yeah, we did this, what are they doing that they're not telling you about? Because one of the ladies that they were talking to, she said, well, when we do this, as in we do this regularly, they did it with mice. They made mice look like, is it a woolly mammoth? I haven't seen this picture of this mouse yet. But it's fucking, the world is gone absolutely pear-shaped. It's fucking nuts. But I hate it when you see these scientists and they're all thinking they're so confident we have this completely under control. Now, wolf today is like, what do they call them? An apex predator? I mean, these guys are fucking, they've got like psychic powers that can communicate with each other from 100 yards away as they're stalking their prey. They know what they're at. And these guys then are like older, you would think wiser. I don't know, I have a shiver down my back. This will not end well. It's hard to tell what's fucking, what's real and what's pure crazy. It's because it's real is real crazy. Dire wolves. All these fucking do-gooders, man. What's the saying? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Take heed, people. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. And as cool and all as this is, it's just, at the end of the day, you're dealing with a natural born killer. Like, even the guy was saying he was going in when they were like, as they were growing from pup. And after a while, maybe 4 or 5 months, he said that when he came out from like petting them and shit like this, I mean, they're big. They're big, even at that young age. He was like, yeah, I won't be doing that again. I just got a vibe. Of course you got a vibe. Well, what did you think you were going to get? You go back in there, you're getting fucked up. It's a matter of time. It'll be on the news, and you heard it here first. Not into making premonitions, but common sense just points to this tragedy in the future happening to some poor sod that works there. They're so fucked. Oh, look at the lovely doggy. Gobble, gobble. Gone. So, that was a nice distraction from my absolute and utter embarrassment of a shoot on Sunday at the fucking Wexford Archery Club, my voodoo woods, the Matrix. I've declared war on this place now. Next time I will be not so embarrassed, but it was not good. I was getting some bit of a groove going on, but I'd only like 2 targets left. I was like, for fuck's sake, I missed so many targets, man. And it was actually, there were slightest, but a miss is a fucking miss. The only consolation I was getting was that, Jesus, it's just there. Thereabouts. But yeah, it was, I'd say I jinxed myself before I went by talking about it in such a manner. I like it being a voodoo woods and stuff like that. They had a cool setup though. And that little break area in the woods was a nice touch. It was very chillaxing, relaxing. When you're having a really bad day and I just sat down by a tree. I'm happy, leave me alone, just go, just leave me. And I had a good chat with the owner of the property, whose name fucking escapes me. But you know who I'm talking about. Surely some of you do. Lovely guy. Very interesting man. And I think he's becoming a fan of my cigarettes. We smoke the same tobacco. But I think I'm getting him hooked on the old liquor. I must bring him some down next time I'm going, actually. Because, yeah, he's a fan. He's liking them. So, what did I think of Wexford, you might ask? There's some fucking cool shots down in Wexford. It's very challenging, I found. Well, even in my current state, because I was thinking, alright, this is just, I think on target 4, I went to knock the arrow on and there was no fucking arrow rest. It's like, where the fuck did that go? So then I was like, I put a sticky guy on, son of a bitch, and I took off the button, the plunger. It's like, you're no fucking help. My shots were going way off. So I took the plunger off and I put on a stick on, arrow rest. And I started hitting them. I started getting a few. And then I'd missed a fucking block of them, like. But they were so fucking... There was one I was sure I hit with the first arrow and missed with the second arrow. But it turns out I missed with both arrows. But they were so tight, like, you know, I think the arrow just fucking hit it. There was a few bounces, but mainly misses. And tight misses though, so there's some consolation there. So yeah, I was well embarrassed, personally. I was like, pride has been utterly fucking dented. It's like, you fucking idiot. What did I tell you? Don't be an idiot. And it's just the spirit of the day was not with me. And look, it is what it is. I'm not going to fucking bitch and moan about it. I didn't do the training. I didn't get in enough. So that was that. But what it has done, it has compounded the fact that I should be training. And with this glorious weather we're having, I figured, you know what I'm going to do? After work, when I get home, I'll have the coffee, I'll have the chit chat for like whatever. And then I'm going out at 20 yards. I said 20 yards. I mean, I've 20, 30, 40, we'll say. Maybe even 50 at a stretch. And I'm not worried about the target, but I put a target there on the backstop anyway. Just, you know, help focus yourself. But it was mainly work on your form and be consistent with your bow arm. Actually be consistent with every fucking aspect of your form. First day wasn't great. I was going to do it Monday, but as we know, Monday's more about surviving. It's not about being overly ambitious. Just get to work, get home, chill the fuck out, relax, recover, and take the world on Tuesday. So on Tuesday I started. I said I'm going to go 60 hours a day. Every day. Obviously there'll be one or two misses. That's just life. But for the majority of the week, the aim will be when I get home, I'm going to have a coffee, have a little chit chat, and I'm going to shoot in 60 hours. So I did that Tuesday. Nothing good to report after that. It was not great. It was like, I think I had the first 5 hours were okay. The second 5 hours were very okay. And then after that, it kind of went fucking downhill rapidly. Like, I was at the bottom half I was all over the goddamn thing. Couldn't get anything right. But I think the last 5 hours were, I kind of crawled my way. No, it was the second last 5. Because it gave me hope. And I was fool enough to think, maybe I'll do 80. But then the 5 hours that brought me up to 60 convinced me, no. 60's enough today. Fuck off inside now and shut up. So then I was talking to Gerard. And he said, maybe you should score it. Just, you know, more to track your progress, if any. At the end of the week, you know, you'll have your sheets and you'll have, okay, I shot 60 hours, they scored like this. So this means, I can see here the numbers tell me my grouping was getting tighter and that my aiming was getting much improved, which was the case last night, because last night I was on fire. It was like, thank fuck. It was no panic. I think right up to 40 or 45 hours were pretty good. I was pretty good. I was very happy. There was some good grouping there, believe it or not. And it was all, again, it's all about the form, but the result is at the end, the grouping and so on, and the numbers, which will help indicate your ups and downs. But again, the last 5 hours were shocking. But there was a spell in between before I got to my last 5 where there was a dip, but I rescued it halfway through. And it was basically my bow arm. It's you gotta fight this, what you call it, autopilot attitude. Because my first fucking 25 hours were pretty good. I was very happy. And I just burnt on then to 60. Again, last 5 hours kind of let the side down, but it's much improved on the Tuesday. So we'll be going again now, and hopefully that's the way it's going to be now, because I'll be missing a bunch in August for about 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm just kind of teasing a bit of form. Hear me, a bit of form, fucking idiot. I just get consistent first of all, and then build again on the consistency, then dip it on purpose a little bit, or have it just ticking over, and then have next March kind of in mind. Is it February and March? champions and Europeans, and kind of just that would be like, aim to have form going into those 2 months. So it should be interesting. But anyway, it is embarrassing when you do so badly, and it won't happen again. But you're up against fucking sharks also, so it's not all on me. And actually, I found my book. I had this notebook when I started archery, and I was looking through it, and I had dates and shit in there, and it turns out I had my first archery competition shoot. Was it March 2 years ago? So that was kind of, because I thought it was like 3 years ago, but no, it's 2 years ago. Just saying. So yeah, so no more fuck ups. More training, or some training. Just training is good. It's a start. Fucking moron. So, coffee, water. So there you have it. Now, crackers. Doopy fucked up on Sunday, but it ain't no biggie. I will be awesome soon. And that is all you need to know about that. And the wolves are definitely going to be eating some scientists. People are just fucking... What the fuck? What the fuck? You cracker. Wolf is going to eat some fucking poor scientist. Probably won't even be a scientist. Probably be some fucking cleaner who's just cleaning out something, and then gets tagged by this fucking beautiful killing machine. And then yeah, I do wonder though. It does make me curious. I mean, what the fuck are these crazy bastards in the world doing? Who've all the money. I mean, you hear there are some budgets that government agencies have going to, like, it's just crazy. And there's we don't know where that money is. And then you have these fucking guys, like a private company. Fuck. But anyway, maybe I can get him to fucking make me shoot better. But anyway, Wexford. I love going to Wexford. The drive down was grand. And the layout was lovely. Although I was fucking itching for a cigarette about 20 minutes before we got to the little picnic area. I was fucking chewing my face. I was like, the way you get rubber lips. I'm like, I need a ciggy. But I think there was a whole bunch of things actually. I mean, I ate too soon. I ate like these cool egg things. Well, eggs, You get a bacon tray. You can have 6 for cakes or whatever. You crack an egg in each. Put some of those little cherry tomatoes in there. And some herb stuff. I forget what herb went in there. And whatever, bits of ham if you wish. Along with it. Put it in the oven. And 5-10 minutes later, smoking. Well, they should be smoking, they'd probably be burnt, but no, it was fine. So by the time we got there, I was smelling them all the way down in the van. They smelled delish. So it got the better of me. I had about 3 of them because there was a delay on the start of the shoot. I don't know, we were there maybe an hour before we went into the woods. So I horse treated them into me anyway, and I was like, I'm so going to regret this. Because it's delicious, but it's fucking heavy on an empty stomach. But no excuse. But it's just, I remember listening to a guy on a fucking... It might have been Jake Kaminsky. Was he talking to he was watching a thing about, is it the Marines or Special Forces or whatever? And if they're going on a shooting competition, and they're like, a lot of people might say, okay, I'm going to cut down on X, Y, and Z, my daily routine for the competition. And they have a shitty competition, and they wonder why. And your man was explaining that if you're inclined to have maybe too many coffees and maybe smoke too much, and you're going into a competition, don't change a fucking thing. Just maybe increase your practice routine a tad, steady, but don't change your eating habits, because like I get up, we'll say 6 a.m. and I'll probably eat between 10 or 11. And when I say eat, I mean like nibble, snack, like maybe one or two of those little egg guys. And then it's maybe a cup of tea and a cigarette, and then back at it. And then you might eat at lunchtime, you might not. And then you'll have your dinner, I don't know, 7 or 8 in the evening. And then thereafter, nothing. And that's fine. So when you get up, you're thinking it's your day off, gonna take it easy. And if I want to eat a bunch of egg things, I'm going to eat them. And there's cheese in them. Oh, Jesus. A bad combination. Your body's absolutely shutting down to digest all this fucking stuff you put in the tank. So you kind of shot yourself in the foot. So it's like, yeah, stupid things you'd be thinking, like, oh, fucking dope. But anyway, like I said, the training is in, and we're going and we're doing well. The second night there was a massive improvement. It's down to the focus as well, because I'm a fucking dreamer. Like, oh, look at the butterfly, oh, look at the leaf, look at there's some fantastic trees down Wexford, I must say. That property, fantastic, very picturesque. But yeah, so focus was just, sure, focus follows form. If there's no form, there's no focus. It's like, fuck this is a disaster, I ain't doing shit, I'm going for a coffee. But yeah, I noticed that now last night when there was that dip around the 45. I thought, just shake it off and just go over your you have steps for your form. Alright, I square up, my feet are set properly, you line your hips and your shoulders, and then you just turn your head, get your arm up nice and straight, and then kick on. And it was immediately improved. And it was like, I just learned something, you tick fucker. But still loving it. And I recommend you join a club, folks. Apparently Red Fox Archers are open for people to come and give it a go. Be shooting in the woods now most weekends. There's a number on Facebook. You can call Keith and Phelan. Those are the two that would know what time people are going to the woods for the 3D shoots and stuff like that. So feel free to get in touch. They'd be fucking delighted with you. Okay? So I'm going to fucking go now. And I'm going to look into these fucking wolves, because I saw some, as I said, it was all over the news. Well, different news stations and channels, and then you've all these people giving their, opinions on it. But there was one guy, it looks like he's standing in the middle of a street somewhere, and it looks like he'd be big into comic books, just, at a glance. I just garnished this information, and I thought he had some Doritos dust on his shirt. And he was going on about the science of it all. And something told me this guy isn't even a scientist. But that's what you're dealing with in the modern day. I like to just say, guess what I saw? Can you believe it? I don't know shit about it, but they look good. And I suspect they're going to eat somebody working in that place. I hope I'm proved wrong. Not that we'll ever find out, because that would be detrimental to their fucking, give us some money. We want to bring something back to life. I think they want to bring back a woolly mammoth. That's their goal. That's their end game at the moment that they're publicly talking about. But best of luck with that, lads. I mean, just focus on those wolves. They just have a look about them, man. The eyes are just, I wouldn't go fucking anywhere near them anyway. No, thank you very much. Them now and sharks. It's nice watching them on the TV, but don't have me in the same fucking location. No, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I would not be happy, even if I had my bow. Not that that'd be any good to me, the way I'm shooting lately. It's just not effective. I'd be hitting them with it. But anyway, that's all from me, crackers. Go check out these dire wolves. They're really beautiful. But they're killers, like. Stone cold killers. But beautiful, my God. Check them out, dire wolves. I forget the name of the company, but you put in dire wolves in any search engine, you're going to find them. I've subscribed to them because I want to keep my eyes on these fuckers. So bye-bye. Okay, talk to you later. Thanks for watching. And talk to you soon. Bye-bye.